There we go. And Dani! So, once again, chat, welcome back to another Trials of Casuals podcast. I do believe that this is now episode 6, if I'm correct. So, that's pretty wild. We've done this for about a month and a half now, which is pretty fucking dope, if you ask me. Oof. Well, Dani, let's talk. How are you doing today?
I'm doing.
Anything special that you're doing this week for stream?
There's more Faso Blade.
More Fae. So that's Xenoblade with Fae, right?
Yep.
Are you gonna go and do more of the Paper Mario games?
Probably at some point. We haven't decided what we're doing after this, because, like, Xenoblade games are really long.
Yeah, no, I figured as much. Oh, man. Do you have any special YouTube videos that may be going up in the future?
There might be some in the works, but nothing, like, set in stone yet.
Nothing crazy special going on right now?
Yeah, nothing yet.
I feel that. I mean, chat, how are y'all doing today? Because I know we've got Sam, and I know we've got Ghost in here, because they were already talking in chat. Not D2 related. Dani, have you been on Twitter and in the Discords for tanks recently?
I have.
Have you seen what's happening today?
I have, in fact, seen the thing that is happening. And I find it pretty funny.
Like, I'm this tempted because Solstice ended and we don't have anything special this week for D2, right?
Yeah, there's, like, nothing.
I'm very tempted for us to go play tanks just to fuck around. Because, like, here's the question. Like, okay, for those of you that don't know, that are watching the stream, right now, as of this current moment, when we are recording this, on August 9th, there's a bug on the World of Tanks console servers where, like, if you play even kind of half-assed, you will gold mark your tank, which is basically 100% damage percentage, which is like one of the hardest things to get. Because they completely reset the MOEs on everything. So I'm incredibly entertained at this thought. Not because I can be a little sweatlord and be like, hey, I can get a gold mark. I just want to be like, you know what? This is just a great meme to just make fun of console yet again.
It's pretty funny.
How do you think they'll punish the players that participate in this?
Honestly, again, this is something that's on them, and it's not making anyone any money, and it's not costing them money, so they're probably just gonna ignore it.
Which is dumb, because that means every person's gonna be like, oh my god, I've got a 4-marked barrel. Like, bro, stop.
It basically is like, oh, you have a 4-mark barrel? Oh, I have a 4-mark barrel. Oh,
you
it
get
took
a
you like
4-marked
months
barrel. You get a 4-marked barrel. Everybody gets a 4-marked barrel.
It's like, oh, it took you months to a year to actually get your 4 marks. It took me 2 seconds.
Yikes, bro.
4 marks mean shit.
Damn, bro, that's kind of cringe.
It's like, wow. It's almost like marks don't mean shit anymore.
Marks haven't meant shit. What do you mean?
It's true.
I don't fucking play for marks. The only people who try to go for marks are fucking sweat lords. Good lord. Like, that is just...
It's like... they basically have given even less reason to sweat in the game. Wow, surprise.
Yeah, I know, right? But anyways, before we get too off topic, also, what's up, Demis? How you doing, bud? So yeah, Danny. This week's going off of trying to stay a little bit on topic here and go to this week's TWAB. I'm gonna be honest. We talked about this a little bit before stream started. But it is mad boring.
Yeah, it's mostly Crucible, and
Which, to be fair, Crucible does need a lot of updates. But god damn, like zero PVE updates for the past how many TWABs now?
yep. Although the 23rd, we're gonna get a lot.
Well, yeah, but that's also their showcase where they're showcasing everything, so I don't know if that really counts, you know?
Because, like, I think genuinely we're not going to learn a whole lot PvE related until then. Or
For
at
the
least until they unveil the next season.
Yeah, there was I don't know if you saw Paul Tassie's Twitter, but he posted something about a Bungie employee like showcasing something and showcasing the abilities.
Nice die.
And it's like the abilities are green and shit, so it's just like yeesh.
Yeah, I think honestly, what they're gonna do with Arc is they're probably going to just add an extra Arc super. Because, like, when you think about it, all three of the classes with Arc just have 2 supers.
I mean, you're not wrong on that. I mean, it's
Arc is the only one that just has 2 supers per class.
well, I mean, you could also say the same about Solar Warlock. I mean, Warlock in general, right? Because Void Warlock has Nova Bomb, Nova Warp.
Yeah.
Arc Warlock has Tickle Fingers and Chaos Reach, and Solar Warlock has Trash and Well.
Yeah. Because they murdered the fuck out of Dawnblade.
They absolutely shit on it so hard. I don't know
Like,
why
it was
they. I was like,
dead.
I don't know why they nerfed Solar Warlock. Nobody uses Dawnblade. You want to know what Dawnblade's useful? Skipping dungeon scenes.
Yeah, it's just used for speedrunning. That's all it's used for.
Yeah, they fucking butchered it. Like,
And
oh my god.
yeah, and now that you can have Icarus Dash on Well, it's like there's no reason to use it.
But it's
Like,
not
it's
even
kind
that.
of.
But the problem is that you can't use Icarus Dash without heat rises. But you need
Yeah.
the other, whatever the other aspect is, right? The other
Yeah.
aspect, fuck, what does it do again? It changes the grenade, I think. Fuck, what does it do? Shit, I'm trying to remember what the other aspect for Solar Warlock does. Like, it's so minuscule that that I don't even remember the name of it. Doing good, Demis. But yeah, like Warlock needs Warlock needs a lot of help. I mean, Void I think is the best one out of all of them right now. Solar got absolutely butchered. Yeah, Solar got butchered into oblivion. And Arc is just in a really bad spot since they nerfed Chaos Reach, since they nerfed Geomags, since they nerfed Crown of Tempest. Like, anytime Arc Warlock gets an even inkling of getting close to like how powerful the other two classes are, they're just like instant nerf. Like, bruh. I don't know. I don't know, Danny. Maybe it's just because I'm a Warlock main, but it's hard for me not to be salty about the fact that our like just Warlock in general just gets shit on way more than the other two classes. Is that just me? Danny? Did we lose Dani? Oh, Dani might have had to go do something. Shit. Chat, stall. I can answer questions right now while I wait for Dani. I I'm doing good, Demis. Anybody have any questions so far? I mean, does anybody want to say anything? Sorry, we're right in the middle of we haven't started the TWAB yet. However, I have started the recording. So for those of you on YouTube, I'm sorry. There is going to be no edit of this. I apologize. Yeah, Dani just immediately just disappeared. So I'm gonna assume something happened on her
Yeah,
end.
that may have been my internet freaking out for a little bit.
Oh, Jesus. You good there, homie? Dani, are you good? Dani?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you good? Are you chill?
I think.
Yeah, you are kind of cutting in and out. Appreciate it, Demis.
Then a lot of storms.
Jesus. Your internet is getting omega fucked right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well then, if that's the case, then maybe we should try to speedrun the TWAB today.
Fair. I mean, there's not a whole lot in it to begin with.
That's true.
Aside from PvP stuff.
That is very, very true. Alright, give me a sec. Moving over to the next screen. Boom! This week at Bungie! Again, we talked about this a little bit earlier, chat. This is mostly a PvP update. So Iron Banner 411. Okay, so to kind of speedrun this, for lack of better term, they're coming out with a new game mode, basically, for Iron Banner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be called Eruption. Basically, it's going to be an ability-based Iron Banner, or a kill streak-based Iron Banner, which is kind of interesting. Because the only thing that I can really think of for this is the fact that it's going to make games very, very pub stompy.
Yeah, if you thought the 6 stacks were a problem before, they're gonna be more so for that.
Yeah, now you and I normally don't run into 6 stacks. Chances are you and I normally only run into 2 or 3 man stacks, which is fine because the matchmaking at least kind of puts us, for the most part, tries to put us with 2 to /3 man, so we're not getting fucked. Like, we do get 4 mans, but to be honest, most of the time, 4 mans are kind of ass. The 6 mans, however, are fucking atrocious to deal with.
Yeah. If you run into a team running a 6 stack, you're running into people that are sweating.
Yeah.
4 stacks are usually just people there to get Iron Banner shit done.
Yeah, and it's probably just like, oh, they're just playing with the boys. They're just playing with the boys today. Like, it is what it is. Yeah, it's like a 4 or 5 man stack in league like norms. Like, they're not doing it for rank. They're doing it just to have fun, right?
Yeah.
So basically going over Iron Banner 411. Eruption is basically going to be a streak-based Iron Banner. Biggest things, right? So when you get kills after your second one, you'll become what's known as surging. Now, they do have the percentages here, and I'm just going to quickly go over those. So, at the second kill in a row without dying, though technically I do believe it counts, yes, it doesn't count assists as well. Kills start generating 10% of your super and 20% of your grenade, melee, and class energy, and you get 2 points per kill on the scoreboard. Now, when you get your 5th kill, you will become what's known as primed. Primed is very, very special. You begin glowing very brightly. Your team goes on the hunt. Everybody on the team gains 5% super and 10% grenade, melee, and class energy. You now gain 12% super and 40% grenade, melee, and class energy per kill. And any kills you have, you get 3 points per kill. However, while you are primed, you have a 15-second timer on you. If that timer reaches 0, you die, resetting your clock and resetting your streak. Getting a kill resets the eruptions timer back to 15 seconds. You are marked while you are primed for both teams. So it's kind of like, for example, in like Capture the Flag, normally the person holding the flag is kind of shown up on the minimap or on the screen. The other team will get 3 points for killing you. And then it says choices. I don't know what that means, but I'm a little terrified. And then more than one player can be primed at a time. So in theory, you could technically have a whole 6-man squad primed at the same time.
Yep.
Which means that, like, their supers will always be off of cooldown. Because you only need one kill to reset your timer. That's all you need. So you can just solo spam supers on one person just to fuck with them. So it will be introducing it as a low-pressure Crucible Labs first to make it perform as intended in a real-world setting. Then and only then do we bring the new mode to Iron Banner. So they'll be trying it out in the Crucible Labs first, and then they will take it to Iron Banner after that. Okay. Okay. I mean, the game mode itself is really cool concept-wise. Because Destiny doesn't really have a streak-based, like, PvE or PvP game mode. So it's kind of cool. However, I have a feeling that this is going to be fucking terrible for solo players.
As bad as the game's snowball right now, that's going to make it even worse.
No, absolutely. 100% hard agree. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to everything if I'm being completely honest. It's again, I'll try to hold most of my thoughts on it until after I test it out and see it. But chances are, knowing my dumbass and how much I hate PvP, I'll probably play like 2 matches and be like, you know what, this is trash. I'm not gonna play this.
Honestly, yeah.
Now it is coming out in season 18, which is next season. So we won't see it until then. Think Rift, but make it Crucible. Rift won't be an Iron Banner for Season 18, but that doesn't mean this mode is gone forever. Most of you will be happy to hear that Rift will now have more standard overtime rules. For those who may not know what exactly that means, overtime is that added time put on the clock to give teams a shot at breaking any tie that may be in place. It also gives us Titans a fair shake to just go ham with those fiery hammers and hope for the best. Just being honest. So here is what they're setting up to do. So while Rift won't be an Iron Banner, it'll be available in Crucible for Season 18. It will be available in Week 8, or Week 1, Week 8, and Week 14, as well as private matches, I believe at all time. Private matches where you play any map you want, even the unbalanced asymmetrical ones. Alongside the more standard overtime rules, we also expect Multi-Spark to return in a future season. Multi-Spark being another game mode, I believe, right?
It's a version of Rift, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. AFK protections have been updated to utilize Rift-specific events. And later this season, we fixed a bug that didn't allow you to always dunk the Spark if you picked it up too close to the Rift. That's a really shitty bug. For future seasons, there's an exploration to do 3v3 Rift on very small maps. Which, honestly, them stating this means that Rift could be in trials.
Like, On a tiny map, Rift could actually be kind of fun. On the big maps, it's kind of annoying.
What was that last Trials map that you and I played? It's one of the EDZ ones. It's this super small one with like the... It's like based off Cosmodrome, I think. Fuck, I'm trying to think of the fucking map. It's the one that you, Rogue, and I always end up playing when we do Trials, because it just so happens to always be the fucking map.
The only one I'm thinking of is like Blue Exodus.
It might be. I'm trying to remember. But if it's on a super small map, then absolutely. I think 100% it would be viable. On a larger map like Eternity, absolutely not. I figured that would probably be absolute hell, especially with how many walkways there are and how confusing some of the maps can be. It allows use of smaller maps like Wormhaven, may also allow us to use slightly asymmetrical maps like Burnout. Again, really nice to see them kind of thinking about that stuff. Asymmetrical maps are interesting. The only issue with them is that some of them are not balanced.
Yeah.
And I mean like severely not balanced. I.e. Eternity. Fixing scenarios where one team can play keep away with the spark longer than intended. Thank you, Lord Jesus. I hated that. Lessening the black screen time after scores. That's always nice to see. And further measures to discourage overt kill farming.
Nice.
I'm actually very excited about... I don't know why I have this twist tie. Yeah, that is... I think that was the biggest issue with Rift, was people were going 3-0, not picking up the Rift, and then they were just farming KDA. Why would you farm KDA in an objective-based game? Like, that makes zero fucking sense. If you want to farm KDA, be a Giga Chad and do it in regular Crucible. Like, do it in Control where KDA actually matters. Or what is their team deathmatch called in for Crucible?
Clash.
Yeah. Like, do it in that. Because Control is literally just domination from Modern Warfare, or from the Call of Duty series, and Clash is just team deathmatch. Like, do it there. Don't do it in Rift. Like, that was the main reason why people stopped playing Rift, was because they would immediately get 3-0'd, they wouldn't get mercied, and then they would be stuck in a 10-minute game with like 8 minutes remaining, just getting their shit kicked in. And they're just like, I'm just trying to play Crucible just to get my primes. Like, please stop. I don't know why players do that. Like, it's such a shitty way to treat the community.
Really is.
I don't know about you, but I feel like the PvE Destiny community, phenomenal, beautiful. I love them all to death. The PvP community is so fucking toxic for absolutely no reason. Bro, you don't have an esports league. You have no right to be toxic. Like, bruh, Destiny does not have an esports league for PvP. There's no reason for you to be that toxic. The closest thing you have to ranked is survival, and it's not really even ranked. Like, it's just Crucible with extra steps. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And I'm not even counting Trials as ranked, because Trials is just a whole nother issue in and of itself. So, but I mean, it's oh my god. I mean, there's a lot of good changes here. I'm very happy about all the bug fixes. I really, really like the preventing overt kill farming. To be honest, I think that if you farm KDA, you should automatically have a minus 50% damage buff every game until your KDA falls below a 2.0. Because I think, hear me out, Dani, I think a 2.0 is a standard, like, KD, right, for Rift. And I think in most games, like in most games, a standard KDA of a 2.0 is good, right? Like that means that you are clearly above the average for the most part. And I think that's pretty solid, right? No player in Rift should have a 10, 9, hell, even a 5 KDA. No reason for that whatsoever. So, Dani, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, like, if you're farming kills in a game mode like that, like nobody else is really focusing on kills. They're just focusing on putting the objective in the goal.
They're just trying to play the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how I feel about that. New exotic weapon ornaments. The community will be voting on a weapon ornament for 3 exotics. The 3 exotics will be Arbalist, Sweet Business, and Rat King. And you and I talked about this a little bit earlier, Dani. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Number 1, why do you not like these exotics getting possibly a community ornament? And number 2, what exotics would you like to see the community possibly have for an ornament?
Honestly, like, the problem that I have with these is that they already have ornaments, and particularly really good ornaments.
Yeah, Arbalest,
It's
Sweet
just
Business, and
like,
Rat King are always going to, like, they have really good ornaments.
yeah, like, they're already set. They don't need any more. However, some of the newer exotics don't have any. Aside from, like, the season pass.
Right. Like,
Oh,
obviously, Forerunner now has, it now actually has 2. Forerunner now has 2 exotics. Or 2 ornaments, my bad. It's got the one that it got from the season pass, and now it's got Gilded Honors. Which, if you
yep.
have not picked up Gilded Honors, please do. It is a phenomenal fucking weapon ornament.
Such a good ornament.
Trespasser got its ornament again from the season pass. I mean, what weapons do not have ornaments yet that you would like to see an ornament on?
Honestly, let's see. I know there's one that I'm thinking of that just does not have an ornament. Let's see.
And that's kind of our
Trying to
thought
remember.
process, BD, is that these are the most, like, used weapons in the Destiny 2 community, or, like, the most beloved by the community. I mean, because let's be real, Arbalest literally just shits on everything. Sweet Business is a great meme in the community, and Rat King is Rat King.
Yeah.
There's really not much to say about Rat King other than if you're using Rat King, you are a Giga Chad, but you also are a liability.
It's like, if no one else is using it, why are you using it?
Yeah, other than to possibly pull some shit like I do, which is running all hand cannons in a Nightfall. Speaking of which, Bungie, please. Heavy ammo hand cannon. Give it to me. I already use Ariana's. Give me that shit. I just want the dead man's. I want dead man's tail, but as a hand cannon. And no, I don't want last word. I want dead man's. I want like a straight up Glock. I want a Glock as a hand cannon. Either that or just give me a 45. Just literally just fuck it. Just make Dire Promise an exotic. Boom, there you go. And just give it heavy ammo. And just give it like, I don't know, not Galaron. Give it Xenophage rockets. Easy. Easy mode. I think that would be so enjoyable to run.
Be really funny.
I mean, a thought that they could do is a heavy hand cannon that operates kind of like Salvation's Grip, the grenade launcher stasis weapon that we first got in Beyond Light.
Yeah.
And it just fires just a giant shot. Like, it just fires a 45 round of stasis. I think that would be phenomenal. And it one-shot freezes. But yeah, I mean, there's any number of things. What up, Pitt?
Yeah.
So, oh, trying to think of the weapons that don't have ornaments. I mean, Legend of Acreus has an ornament, doesn't it?
I
mean, the issue with raid weapons is specifically that not all of every player will have them, because for solo players, like myself, um, getting Spoils of Conquest is, I'm not gonna lie, kind of a bitch and a half.
Yeah. They're not super like generous with those.
Yeah, again, I think that you should be able to gain Spoils of Conquest through doing dungeons at a much lower rate, but it's easier to get a 3-man or, hell, even solo a dungeon. Uh,
Yeah.
so you should be able to get Spoils of Conquest while doing dungeons. That way solo players or small fire teams will actually have a chance to get it. You can only get 30 spoils each week, and that's, yeah. And that's one of the issues, is that you also have to have 3 characters for that. Because you can do it on each character, but the issue is getting all those characters, right? And then obviously having all of the info down to constantly do the first set of everything to try and get those spoils, right? So it's not easy. It's not easy to do, especially as a solo player. Again, like I said, I think they should make Spoils of Conquest for every day, for available to solo players slash small 3-man teams. But disregarding that, uh, I mean, does Tommy's matchbook have an ornament?
I think it has one that is a season pass weapon.
Jesus. I'm just
So, like, season pass weapons always have one if you get to 100, but that's it, usually.
I'm trying to remember what the hell. I'm trying to remember what the hell. No, BD says that it does not have an ornament.
Huh.
That might have been before they started introducing the ornaments at the end of the season passes.
Would have to be then, because...
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Tommy's matchbook could get an ornament. Four horsemen, or fourth horseman.
It has some fun ones.
Yeah, it's got some really good ornaments now that I'm thinking about it. You can't do galley. It's getting the nerf, the nerf ornament. So like, and it's such a good ornament. Xenophage has like 2 or 3 ornaments. Izanagi's has an ornament. Aegir Scepter doesn't have an ornament, but that's also a new one. Does Prometheus Lens have an ornament?
Yes. Prometheus Lens does have an ornament.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of like what exotics don't have ornaments that would be good. I mean, like I said, I think in this list they should have gotten rid of Rat King and made it Telesto. Idris has 2 ornaments? What?
Oh yeah, it does. Forgot about that.
Oh, I must be losing my goddamn mind then, apparently. Fuck, what exotic weapons don't have ornaments? I'm actually bugging out right now. I know Ariana's has an ornament because I have it, because I have one of them.
Yeah.
And I think it's got like 2 or 3. Trying to go through all the exotics I use on a regular basis. Tiku's has 2. Oh! Wishender! No, Wishender already has one. Fuck!
Wishender has one.
It's got the pink one. Parasite needs one. Yeah, Parasite needs one, but it is still a relatively new exotic, so I think it does kind of get a pass.
It has... Parasite has one.
Wait, Parasite has an ornament?
Yeah. Parasite does have an ornament.
Huh.
And it's a really damn good ornament, too.
Uh,
It looks fucking sick.
Deadman's has several ornaments now at this point. Hawkmoon has
Yep.
several ornaments at this point. Whisper has several ornaments at this point. Um, yeah, all of the special weapons have ornaments. Dead Messenger has an ornament, I think, right?
Yes. Has
Polaris Lance has an ornament. Last Word has like 5 million ornaments. Um, Salvation's Grip, I don't think has an ornament, but let's be real, Salvation's Grip is fucking dog shit, anyways. So, Lament has like 3 ornaments now, maybe more. I'm completely blanking on all of the exotics that don't have ornaments because I don't. The problem is that I think the reason why they don't have ornaments is because nobody fucking uses them.
it's like they're really weird with how they hand out ornaments for exotics.
Well, it's kind of like, to be honest, it's kind of like how Riot handles skins for League of Legends champions, right? The most popular champions could have like after release could get like 4 or 5 skins, but a champion released right before that champion still only has 1 skin. Like a great example of this was a champion by the name of Ornn. Ornn, for 3 years after his release, 2 years after his release, had 1 skin.
Yeah.
And there were several champions that got released after him who had already gotten, by the time he got his 2nd skin, a 3rd and 4th skin. So, there's that. I mean, I definitely think that they could have picked slightly better exotics here to choose. Again,
They really
I don't
could have.
like Arbalist. I get and it's not the fact that people love Arbalist. It's the only reason why I think they considered Arbalist is because it's used so goddamn much because it makes Grandmaster Nightfalls a fucking joke. Like, Arbalist is in Grandmaster Nightfalls, especially if you're running a 3-man, you know damn well there's at least one person running an Arbalist.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. Sweet Business is a good community meme. And Rat King, again, I think Rat King should have been replaced with Telesto. Like, if you're gonna go with community favorites, Telesto should have been up there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah. They did specifically say here that there's a quick look at the process. They're going to take the votes starting on the 16th. A community artist will create 3 weapon ornament concepts for the winning exotic, and community votes to pick their favorite weapon ornament concept. And then the winning ornament goes into production and is released in-game as early as Season 21, which means we will not be getting it until after Lightfall. That is something important to note. Because Lightfall will be Season 20?
Yeah, Lightfall will be in the fall this year.
Yeah, because we will have Season of the Lost, Season of the Lost, the Halloween event.
Yeah, Festival of the Lost.
Festival of the Lost. Yeah, we will get Festival of the Lost, and then we'll probably get Nightfall. Or Lightfall after that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Festival of the Lost will be season... Well, no. Hold on, no. Because we've got Season 18, and then Season 19 will be the end of fall, beginning of winter, and then we'll probably get Lightfall. Are we really going to get Lightfall this year?
Yep.
That's insane to think about. Because Beyond Light was a whole year. Like, it was a whole year. Because it dropped in December. December? No.
They
When did...
usually drop like expansions around like the fall, and then it's either the fall or February.
Yeah, so this is actually a very short year for DLC. Um, which is interesting because I know that they're doing a lot of stuff specifically for Lightfall. Like, again, we're at this point, we might as well just say we're getting a new subclass, and it's probably going to be a new Darkness subclass.
Yeah, since they've reworked all the light subclasses, it would make sense to start adding at least 2 more in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, because we are guaranteed one in Lightfall, and we're guaranteed Arc 3.0 next season for season 18. So, um, yeah. Uh, they also said that this will be the first community created item that makes it in the game, and we are really excited to see how it plays out. They have picked an artist out to do it. So there is that. All right.
Nice.
Solstice is up. It ends today. So for those of you trying to get the last minute event challenges like I was, you shit out of luck, kid.
Yep.
So yeah.
Time is up for that.
Yeah, I was one triumph off from getting the title. I knew I should have logged on and tried to finish the Dares or Sever missions. But it is what it is. Player support report. Standard bugs, whatever. Solstice event card ends today. Flamekeeper title and seal. They did have some bugs earlier, so they're gonna relock and reset that. Text chat update. The one where it would break the game. They've temporarily disabled text chat. So that's good, at least. Nice to see that. Cause I don't.
Yeah.
Because that was more of a problem for like. I think that was actually a console issue, wasn't it? More than a PC issue.
It was like everything. It was booting people on PC, console, everything.
Yeah, it was just bad.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Text chat has been disabled due to the known issue above. The Eternity Crucible map did not count towards the flawless seals. This is the way triumph. That's fucking funny. The rally flag sometimes doesn't work in the set encounter of the Wellspring defend activity. This can be mitigated by waiting a few moments. Yeah, that's one that I've been noticing that I'm not getting my energy or my ammo back, so that's a little rough. The Duality introductory quest doesn't count master completion for the quest's objective. The Takes All Kinds weekly Solstice bounty only progresses on major taken defeats. Players can instantly die when mounting a sparrow that's parked next to the bonfire. What the fuck? Oh, that's good. That's a good one. Players can sometimes die when transporting to the Nightmare Realm in the Duality dungeon. That's bad. What?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's terrible. What's the point of the mechanic then if I'm just gonna possibly die?
I wondered why that was happening when people were standing in the thing and still dying. That makes sense.
Yeesh. And then glows on this year's Solstice ornaments have an unintentionally reduced glow. So there you go. A Titan, a mashup, and Minecraft Steve. Now we're into the community section. Movie of the week. It is Vow of Disciple in Minecraft. And this was by... Who is this by? Nope. It is by Nope. Oh, hold on. The N in jumping in is glowing. Dani, can you click on it? How bad is it?
Okay, let's see. I think I checked this last night, but oh yeah, no, it's good.
It's a sloth. Alright, where were we? Alright. Then we've got, Brick and Nick. Think our build of the Enigma is too cool to not give it a shot at either, AOTW or MOTW. I'm not going to show the whole video here,
Yeah.
but they basically did a cosplay version of the Enigma, which is pretty dope. 8-bit dreams are made of these. Who am I to diss a squee? 9 Rivens, City Age Warrior with Helmet, 2022. And it is Saint 14, because EXO is Bexo. It's really cool. I think that is a beautiful piece. If only, I just wish there was something in the background, but this is a wonderful little piece. Bioluminosity, I am reminded of my sisters, of moments spent by lapping shores, gazing up at infinite stars, full of possibilities and wonders. And it is Savathun and her sisters. So, really beautiful watercolor style art here. Love that. And I mean, I love that. That's good art. And then, bonus round. What if Destiny released on a Game Boy? And then Kang Carrot released a Game Boy version of Destiny. I think we may be able to show this here.
So.
There we go. That's pretty cool intro. I love that. So, well done. Oh, they've got something on the U here from U. Can you double check that one, Dani? Because we got 2 this week because we didn't get one last week.
That, like, generally the things that they put in there should be safe because, like, they're intended for all audiences.
Oh, it's a hedgehog with a flower. Oh, that's cute. So, alright. Oh, God. Okay, scrolling, please. Don't do this to me. So, yep. And that will be that. So we've got one more TWAB before we get the showcase. Which, to be honest, Dani, if everything works out, I think we should totally try to do an episode the day of the showcase. Or possibly like stream when they do go live or something like that, specifically on that day.
Yeah, the showcase should be interesting.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of info for that. Overall, nothing super special. No balance changes for the most. Yeah, no balance changes. It's just more info is all it is. More info. So, yeah, overall, I'm not really too pressed, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
Again, I think there could have been. Yeah, I know. I was really hoping for balance changes this week for D2. And again, like, I definitely agree with you. I definitely think that they should have picked better exotics for the community weapon ornament, especially it being the first community voted ornament. Like, that's a pretty big deal, man. So, but yeah, that it is what it is. Is there anything you want to say about the TWAB, Dani?
I mean, this one's pretty, like, cut and dry for the most part. It's like mostly PvP stuff. Community thing's nice. Hopefully they do more of that in the future. And yeah. Interested to see what they do next week.
Very, very interested. I'm hoping we get a lot more info next week because I know the 23rd TWAB is going to be massive.
Yeah, we're gonna get probably a little teaser of what's coming with the Arc rework next week.
Most likely. That would make the most sense.
Since the season is ending relatively soon.
Yeah, I think it's roughly about 2 weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, not too long.
Yeah, we're less than a month out, so that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, again, it was a little. I'm gonna be honest, this TWAB was kind of underwhelming.
Which makes sense, because, like, they don't want to talk about next season yet.
Which I don't understand why. Like, this could have been a great week to drop what the fuck the raid was gonna be. Like, it's a season 1 raid. It's a season 1 raid. Just
It's like,
tell us. It makes zero sense.
I think what they want to do, why they're not telling, is they want to give everyone like equal amount of time to prep, and that time being like no time.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. So, but yeah. With that being said, Dani, where can they find you at, girl?
You can find me on Twitch and on YouTube by the same name.
You can find me at twitch.tv/DominiteFox, where we record all of these episodes live. You can also find me on YouTube, where you are watching this video now, at DominiteFox. You can also find me on Twitter, at DominiteFox1. Jesus. Yeah, no, it's going to be a very... I'm going to be waiting a lot for next week to see what exactly they announce.
Yeah.
Off of that. So. Alright, well, with that being said, thank you all so much for joining us. And if you watched all the way to the end of this, please let us know. What are you waiting for next TWAB, for next week's TWAB? What are y'all expecting? What do y'all want to see? I should try to do these questions somewhere in the middle of the episode, so people aren't just like skipping over. But yeah, what do y'all want to see in the next TWAB? Anyways, leave your comments below. Again, thank you guys so much. And both of us hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Good hunting, y'all.